Alright, what's up y'all? We are back with another video. In today's video we are going to talk about Bradley Beal. And man, please say this man Bradley Beal. You know what, that's probably gonna be the title of my video. Please say Bradley Beal. This man is going through it. I don't know what more you can do if you Bradley Beal. This man been balling out all year. He's been balling out the last 2 seasons, and unfortunately he just hasn't had much help. And I just really feel bad for this man. Like I said, this man been balling out. They need to get this man help immediately, or they just need to send him to a better situation. I know how loyal he is to this organization, and that's something I respect. You know, has so much more respect, you know, for Bradley Beal than a lot of these players right now. It's his loyalty, his desire to win with the organization that drafted him, his desire to win in Washington. Like, he got that same mindset as Dame. You know, which I have a lot, you know, like I said, I have a lot of respect for players who really want to win in the organization that drafted them. Don't really want to jump ship like a lot of these players are doing in the NBA. You know, a lot of these players are doing today's NBA. So a lot of respect to that man, but I don't know what this organization is doing, man. They really wasting this man prime. But with that being said, man, last night this team lost it once again. He had one of his more off nights, 26. Yeah, I know he scored 26, and that's considered an off night for him. But he wasn't very efficient last night. 10 for 26. Like, I don't know what Westbrook's stats was last night, but Westbrook hasn't been himself this season. And I know Washington was hoping and banking on him being much better than what he has been so far. But I know it's too early on, but this is not the same Westbrook. And it's sad to see right now. Are we seeing a decline of Westbrook? Like, I really been thinking, you know, thinking to myself about that. Like, are we really seeing a decline on Westbrook? And if so, it's very sad to see. I just want to say that this man is averaging 35 a game, 5 and 5, while shooting 48% from the field and almost 90% from the free throw line. So let's look at Bradley Beal like last 10 games. This is crazy. So yesterday they lost. He had 26. They lost to the Pelicans. This man scored 47. They lost. Lost to Houston. He scored 33. Then he scored 31. They lost. Scored 34. They won the game. Scored 41, 60, and lost. And then scored 27, 31. That's just been his last 9 games. This man been averaging 36.7 points a game while shooting just about 50% from the field. So for all those people saying that this man is empty stats, he's not very efficient. No, this man has been very efficient this year. He's not empty stats. He's just in a bad situation, man. He's in a bad situation right now. Like, this man have over 30 points. Had over 30 points in over half his game so far this season while being efficient from the field, and they just can't win. He just can't win, which is why it's obvious why he's frustrated and has the right to be frustrated. Like, the man just want to win. Now, guys, take a look at this. So I did some research. So over the last 2 years, last 2 seasons, he had 68 games where he scored 30 or more. So he had 38 30-point games. They record 16-2. He had 12 40-point games. 12 40-point games over the last 2 seasons, and they are 1-11. 1-11. And the thing is, he's just not chucking up bad shots. He's being very efficient is what I'm trying to say. He's being very efficient while scoring these points, which is a crazy part. So although who's saying that he's not being efficient from the field, that's not true at all. I don't know what more you can do if you Bradley Beal. Now let's talk about, you know, loyalty in the NBA. Is Bradley Beal being too loyal to his organization? I know there's been, you know, player empowerment has been a big thing over the last, you know, ever since last 10 years. I think this is the perfect example. As crazy as this might sound, is being too loyal to an organization. Like, this man had given this organization their all, and they haven't, you know, gave him the necessary pieces, you know, around him to win, especially over the last 2 seasons. Now, before John Wall, you know, John Wall got hurt, yeah, this team was a very good team. Like, I know a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, with the 2017, I think it's 2017, when they were one game away from making the conference finals. I think that was 2017, if I'm not mistaken. For example, like, this is a case that a lot of players, why it's a good team, players decide their own futures, you know. It's deemed a good thing. People have no problem with it when owners can just trade away players like it's nothing. They don't get no flack for it. But when players want to go to a better situation, they deem as the bad guys. But I love how professional, you know, how much a professional Bradley Beal has been throughout all this. He been, you know, to Washington. He's shown how much he want to win in Washington. He wants to stay in Washington, but at this point, I don't see him winning a championship if he stays, you know, in Washington. Some type of miracle happens, you know, which it can always happen, but I just don't see it right now, and I believe they wasting his prime right now. And these are one of the situations where I want the best for Bradley Beal. I know he's in Washington. I know he loves Washington, but this is one of those situations where I think he gotta go to a better team. When that organization showed their loyalty back, when they showed the same commitment, same desire to win as a player does, you know, as a player. And Washington's not doing that right now. They're not doing that for Bradley Beal at all, and it's sad to see. It's very sad to see, to be honest. But I just hate seeing situations, hate seeing players stuck, and I hate seeing players wasting their prime. You guys, let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about this whole situation. How you guys feel about the player, you know, player loyalty and all that stuff. So Bradley Beal asked for a trade, or so you continue to muscle out in Washington until, you know, things get better. If things get better, just let me know in the comments, man. You know, the Washington team this year, offense is not a problem. Like, they won the better teams on offense. But defensively, man, they might be the worst defensive team in the NBA, man. They cannot guard a soul, and that's probably their biggest problem right now. That is most definitely their biggest problem right now. Also, they got a lot of players out. You know, I know Rui Hachimura just came back. He's been out for a while. Denny's out with health protocols. They lost their big man, Thomas Bryant, which is a big blow to them. Overall, they out with injuries. They just been unfortunate injuries, but that's kind of been a theme this season. You know, like I said in my previous video, this is going to be the battle of attrition this season. The battle of attrition. Back in the league, they are 3-12, 3-7 their last 10 games. This is looking like another rough season for them. Not Bradley Beal. Russell Westbrook is struggling, man. I know his numbers might say he averaging close to a triple-double, but he's not the same Russell Westbrook right now. His efficiency is not good at all right now. I'm gonna give Westbrook some more time to get his legs under him. I know he's been battling injuries like the quad injuries, and I think he's battling another different injury. I don't think he's just saying that right now, but he's been battling injuries, but he's not the same Westbrook right now. And I have for you guys, how do you guys feel about Scott Brooks? I've been thinking to myself, like, I think it might be time for Scott Brooks to go. Like, I like Scott Brooks, but I don't think he connected with this team right now. I think they need a new voice in that locker room, and I don't think he hasn't been as good in Washington the last couple of seasons. I think it might be time for him to go. I think they need a new voice in that locker room. What will you guys do with Bradley Beal? Will you guys trade him, or would you guys think? Well, I think they said they don't plan on trading him. If they do plan on trading him, they only plan on trading him to a contender. I know that was the agreement that him and Bradley Beal and Washington had with one another. Was hopefully if they do come down to that, they do, you know, stick to that agreement. You know how these owners can do some of these players, man. Saying why he signed that contract extension, you know, he put himself in this situation, and that may be true to a certain extent, but that just shows you how committed he was to Washington, how much you want to win in Washington. Which like I said, like I've been saying through other videos, got so much respect from doing that situation. And like I said, we don't have many of those players anymore in the league today. So, include one last thing, man. If they so happen to later down the road, you know, want to trade, I think Miami should be the #1 team calling, trying to make a trade for Bradley Beal, because I think that's the missing piece that Miami's missing right now. They can add Bradley Beal to that roster, man. I think they legit championship contenders. But that's if, you know, later down the road they end up putting Bradley Beal in the trade market, or if, you know, if he requests a trade. But I ran into throughout this whole video, but I just want to get my frustration out for Bradley Beal. One heck of a player. Love how committed he is to winning with the organization that drafted him with Washington. This shows you the type of guy he is, man. Need these players, like I said, anymore in the league. A lot of people jumping ships, you know, teaming up and all that stuff. So, man, please say Bradley Beal. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch y'all next one. Once again, man, it's gonna get better than Bradley Beal. I hope it does. I hope it does, man. For the last time, please, and I mean please, somebody save Bradley Beal. Alright, man, I'll catch y'all next one.